In Season 1 of Junkyard Joust, everybody was worried about Creature from the Black Lagoon, but after a fluke hit from Ferrari F40, LaMelt jumped on it, and Creature was out. With the help of Wolfman, Graveyard Smash still got 3rd place, and it came down to the Silver Slivers versus LaMelt from the Emerald Undercurrent. It was 4 against 1. There's no way LaMelt should have taken it, and yet LaMelt took home the victory in one of the most stunning upsets of all time. Now all 3 of those teams are back, plus 7 more who have fought tooth and nail up through the qualifiers and the main event to get to this point, the Junkyard Joust Finals. There's 10 teams and 50 cars, and we go until only 1 team remains. It's the Junkyard Joust, and it's a competition unlike anything you've ever seen before. Hi everybody, this is Aaron Yonda, and thanks for joining me tonight. This is very much a team sport, and here are your teams for tonight. These are our Season 2 finalists. Let's head into the garage and take a closer look. Last year's champions, the Emerald Undercurrent, are back and ready to defend their title. They've got one new addition. It's an undercutter called Tire Fryer, Eye Candy, Salt Shaker, Berserk, and of course, LaMelt. Graveyard Smash are truly the monsters of this event, with their newcomer Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, and the Mummy. Speed Reapers surprised everyone by dominating in their main event. They had 3 cars left at the end of it, and they're ready for more action now. With the desert version of Speed Racer, Desert Racer, Grey Ghost, Musha Motors, Snake Oiler, and GRX. Parthenax's posse wasn't sure if they were going to make it into the finals, but with the help of the Junkyard Joust patrons, they are here. And they're ready and roaring to fight. With the 96 Mustang GT, Purple Dragon, Silver Dragon, Blue Night Dragon, and Purple Night Dragon. The Sunrunners are a well-rounded team with a lot of offensive and defensive capability. That flexibility has gotten them to this point. With Chevrolator, Ozenberg, Flash Drive, 2016 Ford GT Race, and Monta Racer. They see me Rollins the most glamorous team playing today, but don't be fooled by their looks. They've got some serious survivability. With the 53 Cadillac, all glitzed up. One of this season's MVPs, Rev Rod, the 77 Dodge Van, Papa Wheelie, and Rising Heat. Junkyard Domestic Market's got a vehicle with a shark in the back, and that's not even their secret weapon. With Skyline GTR, the 8.6, Honda NSX Type R, Aquarium Truck, and the Sakura Sprinter with secret weapon. The Silver Slivers thought they had it in the bag last season until LaMelt pulled the rug out from under them. This year they are back and they want revenge. Their one new car is Riley and Scott Mark III, Silhouette 2, Silver Bullet, Tomb Up, and Stinger. The industrial accidents are good at doing just that, causing accidents on the track, especially with the helicopter transport, tractor digger, street cleaner, the recycler, and the NASA Anteater. They're quick, they're agile, and you don't want to get in their way. It's Jet Streak with Jet Threat 4, Formula E Gen 2, Snow Patrol, the FL Racer, and Jet Threat 3. The rules for Junkyard Joust are simple: survive. Each team takes turns sending a car down the track. The teams get to choose which car they send down, and that's where the strategy comes in. If you're sideways or upside down at the end of the round, you're out. Each team gets points for each car that they have left at the end of a round. Let's take a look at who you guys think is going to win this match. Graveyard Smash, 30.8%. That's over 10% higher than Emerald Undercurrent and Speed Reapers. And it doesn't look like most of you have much faith in Silver Slivers, 3.8%. Well, let's find out what's going to happen. The running order is up. The teams got to choose based on how many points they scored in the main event. For the rest of the match, the running order will be determined based on how many cars you have left and randomness. This is it. The finals begin now with the Desert Racer. Desert Racer going to take its place on the field. Got those implements. Those can sometimes be a problem for vehicles, but Emerald Undercurrent are not afraid. Sending down LaMelt immediately, sensing perhaps an opportunity here to cause trouble right at the start of this match with that low back. They drive up on the back of Desert Racer, Formula E Gen 2. Formula E Gen 2 is going to be the first casualty of this match. He hits the back of LaMelt and goes flying into the crates, lands upside down, and there's not much of a chance of recovery after that. Emerald Undercurrent starting out this match aggressively. They weren't even worried about LaMelt getting tangled up in the back of those implements. Now JDM's going to send down the Honda. The Honda plows into the back of LaMelt and doesn't go off of it like a jump, just kind of pushes ahead, so low enough bumper to prevent LaMelt from being a threat right there. Silhouette 2 now for Silver Slivers. Silhouette 2 just snipes the Honda off the track, upside down, and can't quite make it over, and that could be it for him. Fantastic takedown by Silhouette. The Silver Slivers also starting out aggressively. Graveyard Smash is going to send their first down on the track. It's the Mummy. Mummy launches off the back of LaMelt and flips over, an unlikely recovery, but somehow Mummy pulls it off. Heavy car, but surprisingly agile. Parthenax's posse going to send down the Purple Dragon. This is an unpredictable vehicle. Purple Dragon smashes into the crates and just a huge hit, and then somehow manages to just get far enough down off the Mummy to recover with face in the ground. But that is right side up, so he's going to be all right. Tractor Digger now for the Industrial Accidents. This is a vehicle that they've used on their own team to take out the ramp on helicopter transport, and now they're going to try to do the same thing with the back of LaMelt. Will it pay off? We'll see once the 77 Dodge van collides with the back of it, and a big hit there, but it's not going anywhere. Tractor Digger is under LaMelt and has neutralized LaMelt, but not going to be able to get him off the track, it looks like, and now Sunrunners are going to take advantage of this. The Ozenberg goes underneath the van and is now basically set up with a ramp situation. The Ozenberg not quite as stable as Creature from the Black Lagoon, but still a threat. Now for the Speed Reapers, it's GRX. This is one of the 5 cars going into this event that has never been eliminated in any match. Speed Reapers have 2 of those cars. That's got to give them some confidence. Ooh, wow, a big jump there from the GRX. Taps the back of that van going up and off, lands it. Van doesn't quite tip over. That was a close one. Tire Fryer now for the Undercurrent. Tire Fryer leaps off the back of Ozenberg and does not go under. A poor showing there by Tire Fryer, who is now upside down. But, you know, everybody's got a little nerves going into this event, especially if they haven't done it before. Jet Threat 3. Jet Threat 3. Oof, a nice recovery there, almost upside down, but then flips over. No idea how that car manages it, but it's a beauty to behold. The Skyline GTR for JDM. The Skyline smashes into the back of the Ozenberg and flips up. Almost displaces the Ozenberg, but can't quite manage it. Then face plants on top of Silhouette and lands upside down. That is probably going to be it for that car, but what a way to go. Time for some Tomb Up action. Tomb Up goes flying off the back of Ozenberg and unsurprisingly lands it. This car is known for some impressive recoveries, and he does it again. Now it's time for the Wolfman with that low front bumper. They're going to try to get rid of Ozenberg here, I think. And Wolfman goes off the back of Ozenberg. It did not work. Normally that van is really good at staying on the track and preventing those ramp vehicles from being effective, but not this time. Purple Knight Dragon is going to finish the Wolfman off. A devastating miscalculation there for Graveyard Smash, and Tractor Digger is in danger. And look at this, Purple Dragon pushed sideways by his own teammate. A lot going on here. The Recycler up now. The Recycler, a big hit in the back of Purple Knight Dragon, but doesn't really do much to him. But look at all the upside down and sideways cars. This is really starting to heat up. Papa Wheelie. Papa Wheelie pops off the back of the Recycler, completely splits the vehicle in 2, and one half goes on one side and one on the other. Luckily for them, the side that matters, the side that needs to remain upright, is upright on the left side of the track there, and then the back of his truck is completely blown off upside down on the other side. That was a big hit from Papa Wheelie, a car that we haven't seen that much from in previous matches. Chevrolator now. The Chevrolator gives it to the back of Papa Wheelie, but Papa Wheelie just rolls over and recovers. An amazing recovery there. Actually lands next to the Recycler's other half, and they're both right side up. Gray Ghost now for the Reapers. Grey Ghost assassinates Chevrolator, just flies right underneath him and puts him on his back, upside down. That was a good hit, and it slowed Grey Ghost down enough that he drove off the back of Ozenberg fairly safely. Salt Shaker shakes up Grey Ghost, puts him on the side of the track, but can't end him. And Salt Shaker slides off to the right of the track. Pretty good position. FL Racer now for Jet Streak. FL Racer cannot get under Ozenberg, goes up and over, and what a recovery, just slides back, smooth as can be, and now Tractor Digger is in a bad position. 8-6 for JDM. 8-6 has just taken down Ozenberg, flipped him upside down off the side of the track. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well for him either, and he's upside down off to the right. But now that ramp for Ozenberg is off the track. So JDM has neutralized the Ozenberg threat, but with the loss of their own car. Silver Bullet now. Silver Bullet punches Ozenberg off the track, and look at that! Ozenberg makes a complete recovery over by the FL Racer. It looked like that car was gonna be out of it, but now he's recovered and safe. Probably not the result that they were hoping for on the Silver Slivers team. And now that there's a little bit of stability down there on the track, Graveyard Smash sensing an opportunity, and they're gonna send down Creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature takes his place, a nice gentle slot into the track, and now that jump is ready for action. And now all eyes are on the Creature. Silver Dragon gonna take the plunge first. Big jump, and somehow, unbelievably, Silver Dragon makes the recovery. Hits the crates, he's sideways, he's upside down, it looks like it's over, and then ever so slowly, bam, right back up on his feet. That was a great jump. That's what we've come to expect from Parthenax's posse. They do stuff like this all the time. Great job. Tumbles right over his own teammate and survives. NASA Anteater now for the industrial accidents. Huge jump straight into the crates. I don't know how that semi even survived that crash. Smashes in, pushes the crates back, and bounces straight back, almost covering Creature up. It'll be interesting to see how that comes into play. With Creature partially covered up, that could prevent him from being effective. Rising Heat now. Rising Heat punches the back of that semi, knocks it off the track completely, but somehow the Anteater recovers, and Rising Heat's looking pretty safe off to the side there. GT Race. Ooh, a nice hit there, and as usual, that GT Race is not going off any ramp. That front is way too low, but let's see if he can capitalize on his position right now. Instead of a push, Snake Oiler glides underneath the GT Race, and that is not going to affect Creature at all. Eye Candy now for the undercurrent. Eye Candy smacks the back of both cars and starts to slide them off. Creature's getting a little covered up here, so if nothing else, that could prevent him from being effective. Snow Patrol for the Jet Streak. Snow Patrol gives a hefty bam to the back of Eye Candy, and Eye Candy flips around a couple of times and makes an impressive recovery up there in the front on top of his own teammate. Aquarium Truck now for JDM. Bam, a nice heavy hit from Aquarium Truck there. It sends Snow Patrol off to the side, maybe sideways, and GT Race looks like he's going to survive this all right. And then Aquarium Truck slides back down the track. Shark's still intact. It looks like the Riley and Scott Mark III took a liking to Baby Cookie back when they fought in the semifinals. Baby Cookie's crime syndicate, of course. The Aquarium Truck is sent head over Shark onto the side of the road, and I guess we should call it Cookie and Scott? Cookie and Scott Mark III settle back into the track. That was a good hit. Bride of Frankenstein is up now for the smash. Bride of Frankenstein go underneath Cookie and Scott Mark III, and ooh, just for a second, Creature from the Black Lagoon was getting moved up in the air by the front of that car, but managed to elude the grasp, just barely. Blue Knight Dragon. A nice solid hit from Blue Knight Dragon there, pushes Bride up, and Cookie and Scott are off the track. There's Cookie, buried under several cars. I'm not sure that this little team up worked out too well for them, but it was fun while it lasted. Speaking of ending fun, here comes Helicopter Transport. Now things are gonna get interesting. Helicopter Transport slams into Blue Knight Dragon, pushes him up in the air, and also pushes Bride of Frankenstein all the way off Creature. Bride is now upside down. We've got a lot of carnage over there on the side, and now that ramp is in place. Of course, They See Me Rolling's gonna send down the Rev Rod. Rev Rod knows how to handle this. Rev Rod takes flight, actually clips a little bit on Blue Knight Dragon, and then lands upright like Rev Rod does every time one of those cars that has never been eliminated, and continues to do exactly that. Manta Racer for the Sunrunners. Manta Racer goes all the way up to the crates. Another car that's experienced and pretty good at surviving these kind of things, Manta Racer. But unfortunately, the GT Racer is now upside down, so mixed results for the Sunrunners. Musha Motors. Musha Motors takes that jump, and oh man, Musha gets hung up on the Anteater and is currently basically upside down right there. That could be a problem for the Speed Reapers. Buzzerk takes a long arcing jump all the way up to the front and actually pushes Musha back upright again, saving him. And Buzzerk is looking good up there by Anteater. Good jump there. Jet Threat 4 is going to be the next one to hit that ramp. Jet Threat 4 does a nice jump, sort of middle of the way up towards the front, and lands it. Good jump, survived. That's all you gotta do. And now JDM has no choice but to send down the Sakura Sprinter. They've waited and waited and looked for a good opening to send down that secret weapon, but it never quite timed out. And the Sakura Sprinter hits the back of Helicopter Transport and flips over. This is a vehicle that was never eliminated. Some said it couldn't even be done, but Helicopter Transport has just ended it. That vehicle is done, and JDM is in deep trouble. Stinger now for the Slivers. Stinger flips up the ramp a little bit, but can't quite get underneath it, and just hops onto the back of Helicopter Transport. It's Dracula now for the Smash. Dracula makes a nice leap over all the rest of the cars, a nice even jump, a little tip there, but he stays upright, and that's what you gotta do. Goes right past the Sprinter, who's just lying there, secret weapon never deployed. That is probably the single biggest elimination in this round so far. The Mustang GT's up for Posse. Mustang does a nice jump, nice and smooth, lands right on the back of Anteater. Not exactly a smooth place to land, but somehow he manages to land it. The Mustang is definitely one of the Posse's most reliable cars, pretty stable compared to the rest of the team. And now Street Cleaner has to survive a brush with his own teammate, and he doesn't, not at all. Hits the back and goes right on his side, but Industrial's probably thinking as long as Helicopter Transport survives, we're fine. And now here comes the much bejeweled 53 Cadillac. The Cadillac goes into the bottom of Street Cleaner and flips over. Not much chance of recovery there. We are on to our last car of this round, Flash Drive. Flash Drive also slams into the bottom of Street Cleaner, but makes an amazing dismount off to the right. A little flip, a tap, and goes right over, and that is going to count as upright. Let's take a look at the damage wrought by our competitors this round. All told, 18 cars have been eliminated from the finals in this one round. And I've got bad news for any Junkyard domestic market fans out there. They have been completely eliminated from the finals just in this first round. They relied heavily on the Sprinter this whole season, and the Sprinter is done, and so are they. Silver Slivers and Emerald Undercurrent each lost 1, and Jetstreak lost 2. Speed Reapers, not a single loss. Graveyard Smash lost 2 with the tough loss of Wolfman, one of their best vehicles. Parthenex's Posse lost only 1. Industrial, Roland, and the Runners each lost 2 cars apiece. So a big chunk of the eliminations this round were JDM, who lost their entire team, and of course lost their perfect record, but there's still 4 perfect records left. And judging by what happened in round 1, I have a feeling we are going to see some more perfect records go away in round 2. This competition is only going to get more intense and fierce as the battle continues. Speed Reaper is going first and opting to start off again with the Desert Racer, hoping those implements cause some trouble for the next car to come down. He does a little jaunt there at the end, but lands it. Now it's the Mustang's turn. Mustang hits the back of Desert Racer, goes off the implements, and now is curbside, which could be bad, so we might see that little implement action pay off here. Depends on what Silver Bullet does when he goes down. Silver Bullet annihilates the Mustang. He's flipped off the track and he can't quite make it back upright again. Now he's sideways. We'll see what happens to him as more cars come down the track. Undercurrent again is going to send LaMelt down the track. They liked what happened last round. LaMelt plops into Silver Bullet nicely. Silver Bullet recovers. That's surprisingly civilized behavior for these two cars, but it actually leaves LaMelt slightly curbside. Undercutters can't be happy about that. And yep, Creature from the Black Lagoon's going down for the smash. They're going to try to get that jump into place and take advantage of what's going on with LaMelt right now. Creature goes up on the back of LaMelt, pushes Desert Racer off the track, and now take a look at what we've got going on. Creature is pushed up on the back tail of LaMelt, kind of stuck there, and it's pushed the back of Creature into the track. So the Industrial Accidents are going to try to send down the 91-gram Anteater, try to dislodge this new jump. The Anteater does nothing to that jump. It's just locked in there. Look, it hardly moves. The Anteater goes flying off into the crates and almost goes sideways. That's a pretty precarious position to be in and not one that Industrial Accidents can be happy about. Man, judging by the stability of the Evil Weevil, LaMelt, and Creature combo, I don't know how anyone is going to get that jump out of there. Roland's not even going to try. They're just going to send down the Rev Rod. And Rev Rod does what Rev Rod does best. Perfect action right there. Smacks the crates just lightly, goes over in the tires, and takes it easy. Little vacation for Rev Rod. Rev Rod very good at that. Jet Threat 4 for the Jet Streak, gonna try the same thing. And Jet Threat 4 succeeds. The jump so far not really affecting anyone. Jet Threat lands it after a little twist, and now the Anteater is just about upright too, so not a whole lot of damage right now despite what we've got going on. Monta Racer now. Monta Racer takes a nice leap off the back of this new jump and hits the crate square, lands it perfectly on top of Jet Threat. Another good jump. You gotta love that these two veterans, LaMelt and Creature, are kind of teaming up right now to cause a lot of problems for the other teams. GRX is gonna take a stab at it next. The GRX, using those claws to his advantage, flips around. What an acrobat! And actually hooks onto Anteater on the way down and lands it perfectly. And that's a great example of why the Speed Reapers haven't lost a single car yet. Silver Dragon now for the posse. Silver Dragon goes aloft, and I can't tell if he made it back upright. Oh man, that's close. I don't think that's quite upright. It's still possible he could get pushed up, but as it stands right now, that's not a good position for Silver Dragon. Tomb Up for the Slivers. He's up, he's into the crates, and oh no, Tomb Up is upside down. He's tombed down. Trying to figure out what happened there. He clipped off of Anteater and then kind of slid all the way down. Never quite had a chance to hit the ground with enough force to flip back over again. And if he stays like that, it's a tough loss for the Silver Slivers. Undercurrent's gonna send down Berserk. Berserk does the same thing almost as Tomb Up. Another devastating hit against the crates, and he does that slow slide off GRX into nothingness. Upside down again. Man, the bodies are starting to pile up. Here comes the Mummy. Mummy takes a leap off his own teammate and does a great job of recovering. A little bouncing and perfect recovery. Doesn't slide, just stops right there, and he's good. Recycler's got to take a crack at it now for the accidents. The Recycler smacks into the crates, doesn't bounce back too far. His front scoop goes flying up, and he hits the crates nice and even. Oh man, the back of his truck almost comes off again, but he manages to keep it on this time, and his landing spot is a pretty safe place to be. Now Papa Wheelie's got to try to pop his way out of this one for They See Me Rolling. Papa Wheelie, what an amazing recovery on that one. He goes up, he slams into the crates, and he lands it and just kind of drives right out of there like it wasn't a problem. I think this is what They See Me Rolling thought Papa Wheelie was going to do for their team, but this is the first time he's done it. But it's the finals, so it was a great time to start bringing it. Jet Threat 3 for Jet Streak. Jet Threat hits it at full velocity and makes an incredible recovery. A lot of spinning, but somehow that thing always lands upright. Just the sheer force of will, he manages to not go over, and he doesn't even upright the Mustang. It was a delicate maneuver. Flash drive. Ooh, Flash Drive with the big hit on the crates, just flaps backwards and has no problem recovering from that. A great jump and a solid recovery, no sliding upside down for him. Musha Motors now for the Reapers. Musha takes the jump and does the same thing as Flash Drive. A great recovery there, flips upright at the last second. And the Creature Lamelt jump combo shows no signs of weakness here. A lot of the other teams who've got ramped cars got to be sweating right now, wondering if they're going to be able to get those ramped cars down there. Blue Knight Dragon takes a nice leap, hits the crates, and just sticks to GRX. No sliding for him. And now Silhouette, the solar-powered car, is going to take a crack. Silhouette gets a nice jump off the back of Creature, kind of hovers there above the NASA Anteater. It looks a little precarious, like he might get dislodged. Let's see if Eye Candy's the one to do it. Eye Candy takes the leap and does indeed dislodge Silhouette, and in the process goes upside down himself. Silhouette, though, is unharmed and lands perfectly on the ground. Rough fall there for Eye Candy. Dracula. Dracula floats nicely up on top of the stack, and that was a good jump. This vehicle's proving itself an asset for Graveyard Smash when it's going off the back of these jumps. Pretty good at recovering. And now it's time for Helicopter Transport. Let's see if he can take the jump. Helicopter Transport! He's upside down! He hit the jump and he went straight upside down. We've never seen this vehicle in this position before. It didn't even seem possible. But that is Helicopter Transport upside down. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. A vehicle that's never been eliminated before. Oh, and he righted the Mustang right there. And now Industrial Accident's gotta be wondering, should they have sent him down earlier? Did that giant hill of cars cause him to flip over? Meanwhile, Rising Heat takes a weird jump and lands on the top of Helicopter Transport, and he's kind of stuck there, like pointing up in the air. I don't imagine he'll stay like that for long, but it's not a great position to be in. FL Racer now. FL Racer, oof, a tough bounce off the crates, and he's straight upside down. And now Rising Heat's basically upside down as well. We're losing car after car off the back of this jump. It looked like Helicopter Transport could not be eliminated, and yet there he is upside down on his back. And now the Ozenberg hits the jump. Another car with the ramp, this time has pretty good luck. Kind of backs down on top of Helicopter, and he's looking pretty decent right there. Creature just doing his best to eliminate anyone else with the ramp. He is the alpha ramp. Snake Oiler makes a nice jump off of the back of the ramp and lands it perfectly. Good job there. Speed Reapers again doing well for themselves in this match. Purple Knight Dragon's got to take a shot now. PKD hits the crates and sticks to his fellow Blue Knight Dragon. They are now locked on top of each other, and that's a little precarious, but he's in good shape right there as long as he stays there. Stinger leaps and spins into the ground. I can't tell if he was right side up. He spun like several times, sort of arrowed himself into the ground, and he's not looking good. That's sideways, and if there's not some action around there, I don't think he's going to be able to escape that. Right now, it's becoming a big death pit over by Helicopter Transport. Salt Shaker hits the crates and goes limp, lands upside down, and cannot move. Just stays right there. That's going to be a tough one to get out of. I think Salt Shaker might be out. A tough loss for the Undercurrent. Gray Ghost. Gray Ghost goes into the crates just like everybody else, and that's looking pretty sideways to me. I think that might be the first card that the Speed Reapers are going to lose here. And the story of this round, the unassailable and unlikely Lamelt Creature jump combo. A grand total of 9 cars eliminated. Let's take a look at the aftermath. And look at this. Emerald Undercurrent is just down to Lamelt. They've lost everyone. And yet somehow I don't think Lamelt is afraid. Speed Reapers lost 1. Jetstreak lost 1. Silver Slivers are down to 2. Graveyard Smash and the Sunrunners stayed steady in that round, and they're both still at 3. Parthenax steady at 4. They See Me Rolling down to 2, and Industrial Accidents down to 2. You may have noticed we're not keeping track of points in this particular match. It's the finals. We're going until there's 1 car left, so points do not matter. What matters is what car is left at the end. And as you know, in the first finals, that car was this one, Lamelt. Lamelt has not been eliminated, but Lamelt's entire team has. Will Lamelt lament the loss of those teammates in the upcoming rounds, it remains to be seen. Right now, the Speed Reapers showing strength with only one elimination in the first 2 rounds, as well as Parthenax's posse, who also only have 1 elimination. A big surprise there. Graveyard Smash has lost 2, but they didn't lose any in the last round. And Creature from the Black Lagoon has shown itself to be a true force of nature as usual. The Sunrunners are showing confidence in this match so far. They also have a ramped car, and their survival skills are second to none. They see me rolling, not doing too bad all things considered. Papa Wheelie really showing his true colors. And Revrod showing no sign of ruining his perfect record. Can he even be eliminated? Last season, the Silver Slivers had 4 cars left at this point. In fact, most of the match they had 4. Right now, they are just down to 2. Will their experience be enough to keep them in the match? Jetstreak is down to 2, but they are 2 really tough to eliminate vehicles. You don't want to underestimate them. Industrial Accidents still got 2 left, but they are not the 2 they expected to have at this point. With no helicopter transport, our Industrial Accidents defanged. And after only 1 round, Junkyard Domestic Market gave up the ghost. Say goodbye to the shark and the secret weapons. They had a good run, but they're done. This final match, however, is not done. There's plenty more to come, and I've got some exciting news. I hired an editor, and I'm hoping to put these episodes out a little bit more frequently. And if you've been thinking about supporting the show, now is the time. Patreon.com/JunkyardJoust. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.